it was really interesting to see this performance. We haven't had a chance to talk about this, but it was really interesting to see his performance kind of on the back of um, the Tony Adams comments about how Rice should be made captain and Odegaard isn't a captain who can win the Premier League for a team. And I think Odegaard's performance today is the perfect response to that because Tony Adams, like a lot of Arsenal fans, think a captain is a guy who should just be barking out orders on the pitch and telling people what they're doing wrong and like telling people to man up, real classic macho stuff, right? But Odegaard, I think, leads in a much more important way where he sets the example on the pitch, right? And today, a lot of players were not at their best, and Odegaard was just trying to fill in for people and trying to keep running. Like I said, he was dropping deep. He was, doing all this defensive work and covering for people. He was really making a point to kind of clear the lines at times when people weren't doing that properly. And there was one moment that I really appreciated where, White had just gone down and, one of the medics had gone on the pitch to tend to him. And Cunha is just standing there berating him and trying to get in White's face and trying to, drag him up while the physio is like looking at his leg. Cunha was trying to pick him up and drag him. And Ødegaard just walks over, starts telling him off and shoving him away and protecting his teammate. And I just think that, that's an example of kind of the steel that people don't think he has. Um, and yeah, all in all, I think he ran like 12 kilometers today or something. He just put in an immense performance. And I think he's someone who really tried to drag Arsenal through the difficult moments that we faced as we got the win today. So I was really impressed with his performance.